Okay, I know that this is a big ask considering most of my audience are all disgusting millennials, but do any of you remember all the way back to 3 or 4 months ago when the Call of Duty trailer dropped and it was about as well received as an Ebola patient? Then shortly afterwards, Battlefield 1 was announced, and that was received like a man of whom the Ebola vaccine streams endlessly out of his 12-inch cock. People were elated. Finally, a shake-up to the FPS multiplayer landscape. It's not just the same old shit we've repeatedly gotten over the past decade, no! This is set in World War I, a time period untouched by modern games developers. What? Verdun? Never heard of it. Okay, in all fairness, World War I has largely been avoided by the mainstream, and in all fairness, you can't really blame them. The politics that triggered World War I weren't nearly as unambiguously sexy as those of its sequel, and there wasn't as nearly as much genocidal intent. Outrageous. However, that's history. Boring shit. Point is, Battlefield 1 was announced, everyone was super excited, it looked like it was going to be the big, fresh new thing that was going to completely revolutionize the FPS multiplayer genre. And then Overwatch kind of came out, and that was definitely more unambiguously sexy, so everyone just, kind of forgot about Battlefield 1. But then the beta dropped, and everyone was excited for a little bit, and I didn't get around to making a video about it, because I am bad at what I do. But there it is, I'm talking about it, I am very relevant. So I played the beta, I had a red hot go of it, and my first impressions were, wow, just wow! I was unbelievably impressed, just utterly blown away by just how fucking boring it was. Like, wow, my God, this was supposed to be the big shake-up, the big change everybody was waiting for. Look, I am quite familiar with the typical Battlefield experience, right? You run around in a big empty field, then you die for some reason. I could get into that, fair enough. However, the tremendous revelation that everybody was flipping their tits over was the fact that all the guns are slightly shittier? Really? Look, I'll be honest, I was looking forward to this. The trailers, the gameplay, shite. I was expecting something like Wolfenstein The New Order alternate history, with magic moon Nazis versus the techno-Jews. But, okay, they didn't go that far, but they get pretty fucking close. With tanks and armoured vehicles being only slightly less abundant than the grains of sand, weapons that didn't hit mainstream popularity until after the fucking war, and horses that are made of bulletproof steel plating. Look, I understand that I am being a pernickety cunt. I can accept that. I am all for suspension of disbelief, particularly if you're trying to make World War I a fun, exhilarating, and borderline whimsical experience. If you were shooting for realism, you'd be role-playing as some miserable bastard, wailing away the wee hours by dying in a hole. What I'm trying to say was World War I just a bit shit. And this game, the beta, I understand it's a beta, fuck you, was really fucking boring. Dull and interesting gameplay and mechanics, completely unbalanced classes, and just a distinct lack of anything fun. I decided to get some context. So, what I did to get some context was I quit Battlefield 1, beta, and I played Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on PC. Oh, fucking perusal my bamboozle. I now understand why people are getting sick of this fucking franchise. I mean, yeah, it was fun for like 1% of the time when I was actually shooting peoples with my giant penis fuck rifle and the peoples were gently falling over to have a little nap. That death animation is so bad. However, after you've been quote-unquote brain blasted by enough machine gun arms and Wolverine lightsaber claws, you start to think that this game, which was meant for competitive esports, mind you, is just a mite unbalanced. In fact, you might almost say that this game is as unbroken as a Fabergé getting shoved up a virgin arsehole. The PC port was done by a pack of chimps with Alzheimer's. The gameplay that attempts to be fun and invigorating just ends up becoming inevitably repetitive, and the future setting is utterly half-assed. Oh, we got a few robots and a few cyborg arms, and we superglued a couple of LEDs to your guns, and everything's so washed with a grey palette you think you got fucking glaucoma. Our future is so gritty and realistic. No, fuck you. Fuck this game. Your future setting is dick. Well, stuff like Overwatch is infinitely better because it's actually bright and colourful and poppy, and it actually has distinct character and personality and an actual speck of creativity and originality to it. Oh, but just for those who are uninformed in the audience, the phrase creativity and originality in the games industry, that basically translates to how well you copy Valve. Now that I'd reached the point where my standards had been set lower than America's electoral approval rating, I had another crack at Battlefield, and, my first impressions weren't great. In fact, I was bored stupid. However, after a little bit of persistence and sticking with it for a little longer, you know what? I actually found a little enjoyment in it. In fact, fuck enjoyment. There were some moments where I had a big, stupid grin spray painted across my face. Because you know what? It actually started to make sense to me now. Battlefield, how it's always worked, is that it paces itself, you know? Yeah, it's always a mystery what kills you, but mysteries are sexy, and I can imagine what killed me had massive tits. But in Call of Duty, you always know what it is. It's some prepubescent dickhead trying to be edgy by calling you a nignog. It's trying to be rocks out with its cocks out 24/7, but in reality, you just end up doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, so you can unlock slightly different flashy sticks, so you can keep on doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, but slightly more efficiently. Oh, and if you want to kick in a few bucks for a couple of knife boxes, that'd be grand. Battlefield, however, has magical armor-plated horses. And with those horses, you'll lead into adventures completely unforeseen. The vast periods of nothing build tension and contrast beautifully with those moments when you're charging at a tank head first with your magic horse, sword aloft, screaming Allahu Akbar. Oh, if you want to kick in a few bucks for a couple of knife boxes, that would be grand. Or to put this in simpler terms, Battlefield is Alien Isolation, while Call of Duty is Five Nights at Freddy's. And Overwatch is Overwatch, and Overwatch is fucking sweet, mate, and makes both of these games redundant, because games like Overwatch and Doom and Battle are just so much exponentially better because they bend realism over a pommel horse and Roger it simple with a comedically large dildo. Is it fair to keep comparing Overwatch to Battlefield and Call of Duty? Well, yes, no, and yes, because, they are in the exact same genre, but they try to do the same thing, but entirely different ways, but they're in the exact same fucking genre! Oh, and if you want to kick in a couple of bucks for a couple of knife boxes, that'd be great. And those are my thoughts on the Borderlands 1 beta. Just a solid looking game. Can't wait for it to come out. Good night.
Hey, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a comment on stuff you want me to do in the future, or, just what do you think? Why did you bother wasting your time on this shit? Just anything. Just leave anything. It'll help the channel. I don't know, analytics is stupid and annoying. Just leave a like if you like. Do whatever. If you're wondering why I'm sounding so shit at the moment, it's because I'm using. I managed to dig up my first ever microphone, the first microphone I ever used to make a video, and you can see why I scrapped it immediately. It sounds like shit. It sounds like I'm speaking from within somebody's fat folds. It's absolutely awful. But anyway, leave a comment. Make sure to check out my second channel. I might as well pimp that out. I might as well do something in the Zen card thing. Yeah, there are people wondering where my first video went. I put it on the second channel. I put it on the second channel because it was fucking awful. I'm thinking about making a remastered version with fresh audio and animation and all that. Doing something like that to celebrate 100,000 subscribers when stroke my ego, why not? Yeah, make a remastered version of my first video, because let's be honest here, most people just get a bunch of YouTubers to roast them. Yeah, that's fucking original. That's not completely fucking overdone. Look, I've got so many big internet friends. Yeah, it's stupid. Not doing that. Anyway, thank you for enjoying the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a comment. If you'd like and do all the things and the stuff, and check up the channel. Already said that. Cheery, bye.
I'm gonna be dead honest here. I was never planning to make this video 10 minutes long, but then I put everything in the timeline. I saw it was 9:45, and I had to waste your time by telling you that I wanted to make it 10 minutes long for more ad revenue for about 15 seconds, so it's over 10 minutes long, so then I can make more ad revenue. If you made it this far, I'm actually fucking proud of you. Good shit.
Mega faggot.